Well, hello, my beautiful Aquarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading for the end of March right through the end of April 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, this is your twin flame reading for those twins who are currently in separation. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. The first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third pile is the unified energy of how things are going to come together. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know regarding their twin flame journey at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of? How to navigate the future with their twin flame journey. Can you please clarify? Thank you so much. Now, I have said this part before, so please fast forward if you've heard it already. But for those who have not, I just want you to be aware, if anyone is mentally, physically, or emotionally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That is more likely to be a false flame connection, and it really will drain you of your beautiful love and waste your wonderful time. Twin flames, they are magnetic. It's like an otherworldly experience where there is a familiarity between you and your person, like you've known each other before, because of course you have, and it's a very intense experience where both parties feel exactly the same. There is love, there is passion, there is intensity, but the twin flame dynamic, whilst it is a very physical relationship, it's more of a spiritual awakening than an actual romantic relationship, okay? It's a catalytic relationship whereby it is a process that prepares the individual to release lower vibrational energy that keeps them stuck in addictive patterns, unhealthy attachments, and even fear. Now, it's a very intense inner vibrational, I think they want that, yep. It's a very intense inner vibrational kind of transformation, but it is a personal journey of discovery, and it is one that must be done alone. Now, the twin flame dynamic triggers each party to discover their true purpose and embrace unconditional love for self. It's not a game, it's an energetic exchange where both parties need to really love themselves fully before they can really offer a healthy, sustainable love and a relationship to each other. Now, there are 2 people, of course, who have different paths, and they come together. Those paths verge into a merging process, but both tend to be different places on their spiritual path. And what I mean by that is there tends to be a chaser, a runner, and a separation period, okay? It's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. It's not always typical to form. Sometimes there can be 2 runners in the connection, so please apply it to your situation. But the chaser tends to be aware that the relationship requires a lot of spiritual evolution and work and exposing and being intimate with those deep feelings, and of course they are willing to surrender to the process. And the twin flame dynamic is a mirrored experience. So when you meet your twin, essentially you're looking in a mirror of all the things that are within yourself that need to be healed or processed. Twins tend to have had some sort of traumatic experience before they even meet each other, and these are feelings that need to be processed before both parties can really, come together in a union that is sustainable. Now, the runner tends to be looking at that mirror also, and when they look in that mirror, they see all the things within themselves that they've been running away from their whole life. Okay, so it triggers them to either face it head on, or run in fear. So, of course, there is a process. Both parties need to be separate. It is the rite of passage where both parties are separate for a certain period of time in order to focus on their sense of purpose. So you can be separate from your twin for days, weeks, months, years, decades. So I always say, do not wait for your twin, because they are navigating a spiritual pathway and it can take some time. Depends on how quickly they learn the lessons, or they disconnect from a cycle of repeat, or break down the walls that have been holding them back from being in the relationship in the first place. Okay, I always explain the twin flame dynamic like magnets, both identical in polarity when you first meet. So magnets that are identical in polarity, of course, they attract each other, but also they repel. There is that space in between, and that space in between has a purpose, and it is like a breath in the relationship to make sure that both parties change their frequencies so that they can come together in a union. Now, the chaser needs to be aware that if they keep thinking about their person and reaching out to their person, messaging, and, it's just going to repeat a cycle. It's going to perpetuate the dynamic. Nothing changes. The frequencies have not changed. So your person is going to remain in their frequency as well. But as soon as the chaser puts all that care, love, devotion, and focus inwards and on their true prosperity path, that is when you change the vibration in this magnet and in yourself. Okay, and then you encourage your person to come towards you, but also they are given basically space to step up or step out of the union. Depends on the soul contract you have with your person. Twins, they don't always come together. I want you to be aware of that. That's something that is a process and something that's decided between you and your twin before you take the journey in this lifetime. But, some twins, they can be friends. Some disconnect forever. Again, I always say, do not wait for your twin, but also twins can reunite and be together and get married, all of those things. So it depends on the one that you're navigating. I'm going to tap into your energy to see what's going on there. Looking at your energy, I feel there's a lot of lessons being learnt in this connection, but there's still a lot of love and compassion going on here as well. But I want you to also be aware that, twins that are reacting from a place of unhealed trauma tend to have go-to responses. So if someone has been running away from something their whole life, then they're going to keep on running until they learn a lesson that makes them stop running. And the twin flame dynamic is a catalytic relationship that teaches lessons. It's a very challenging experience, and often in the separation period, it is very lonely and isolating. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Aquarians, because I know it is very difficult in itself, but it can be very rewarding when you come together in union with your person. So you'll decide whatever it is that you want to do, but looking at your energy, we have the stork. So I feel like you're making some major changes in this relationship. Of course, you love this person and you wanted to settle down with this person, but this is sudden movement and improvement in your life. And of course, number 17, which is there on that card, it's telling me that you're in a healing process. And I feel like you want to settle down. Okay, you wanted to be with this person. You didn't want to have to disconnect from this person. But looking at the energy, 4 of Cups, you're so disappointed and fed up with the way that it's going. This has not met your expectations when it comes to love. You're like, what is happening? That's what I'm getting in this energy. And you've got the Judgment card as well. So I feel like, you're judging the situation, but also you're reaching for a new life, a healthier life where you're picking healthier options, and you may feel that your person is not that at this time. So you're withdrawing from this connection. You're focusing on your home life. There's a beautiful heart there. Normally, there'll be like a number as well there, but there's a beautiful heart, and it tells me you're focusing on your heart space, and there is a letter for this one, and it's the Q letter. Okay, now this can indicate, because we've got a Queen of Cups there, you're focusing on your own self-care. Queen of Cups energy tends to be like an overgiving energy, where someone gives so much of themselves, they lose a part of themselves in another person. And I always say this recently because my guides gave me this and I thought it was so profound. Never make your emotional home in someone else, because that person, they're navigating a path that is difficult for them, or challenging, and they'll make decisions based on sometimes knee-jerk reactions. And if they step away from the union or the relationship or the friendship or whatever it is, and this is just across the board, it's not just in twin flame dynamics, but if you've invested your emotional home in someone else and not in yourself, then of course sometimes when that person steps away, you're going to feel bereft and emotionally homeless. And there is a sense of longing there. I mean, society kind of builds us up right from the very beginning. It kind of teaches us that we're looking for our other half whenever we're going out into the dating world, right? But actually, that's not true at all, because you are whole all by yourself. Yes, there is a person who is laid out for you in this lifetime. You know, it can be a twin flame or it can be a soulmate. Not everybody gets to meet their twin flame in each lifetime. I want you to be aware of that. It's very precise about which lifetime twin flames are meant to come together again in, but you know, it's important to recognize that you are whole all by yourself, and that anyone who comes into your life is a welcome addition to the life that you're building. And right now, I feel like you're prioritizing your own needs and building your own life and learning more about self-care and emotional security. Okay, this card, for some of you, you have children, so it can be that you're investing in your children at this time as well, but do not lose sight of yourself within that process as well. Very important lesson to learn there. But with number 17, this is a card where, you know, you are trying to choose healthier options. You're trying to embrace more inspiration in life, to really fall back in love with your life, because, you know, this experience has basically kind of like transformed you. For some of you, you may have had a child with your person as well, because this card can represent like sudden pregnancy, for example. So you may be navigating some sort of shock or navigating some sort of like, heartbreak, of course, because of that experience and your twins stepping back. So again, I'm sending you so much love out there and so many hugs out there. I can see it is a challenging experience, but I can also see that you stepping back in this union right now is actually encouraging change in your person. It's encouraging them to look at their shadows. Now, they do have the moon card energy. I'm picking up on a person who really feels like everything that they ever do in life, it always goes wrong. Everything. Okay, that's what I'm picking up straight away. We've got 8 of Cups. This person, like, they're avoidant emotionally. The moon energy can indicate that this person, you know, I want to be delicate with this, because I just feel that this person, they are aware that something inside of themselves, it's like, no matter how hard they try, it never goes right. There's just some sort of like missing ingredient is what I'm picking up on, or some sort of fear that they will always mess things up, and they actually don't. You know, I just feel that something before they met you, it's like a foundational change, has left them feeling like they haven't got anything to offer, or like they're emotionally void. So I feel this person is emotionally avoidant, or was when they first met you. They certainly weren't looking for love. That's what I'm picking up on here. But I need to get a little bit more on this person, because they just feel like, okay, I gotta say it, they feel like they're lost. Okay, and actually what I see is a person who has one foot in their old self and one foot in their new self, because they're transforming, and they're just feeling a little bit lost in the changes. I also feel like this person has loved and lost. It doesn't have to be a love relationship either. I feel this person, something in the home space, like from a very foundational energy, like from childhood, like a childhood wound, some sort of scar on this person's heart and their psyche is what I'm picking up. And this person has walked away from home, or walked away from something that was really challenging. And I feel they're very independent, they're very self-assured in terms of looking after their own needs, but they felt that they could not be responsible to be in a relationship and kind of like compromise or like surrender to love, because that means that they have to give a part of themselves that they're not willing to give at this time. That's what I'm picking up. Very unusual energy that I'm picking up with your twin, but I have to pull some cards to find out more, because this person is very closed off, very private is what I'm seeing there. But with this energy for you, I feel this is about you focusing on your home, prioritizing where you feel like you belong right now. You're definitely like going through some self-improvement as well, is what I see. The stork card, it can mean movement and improvement in life, but also it can be like a renewal of energy. Like, for example, some of you may have felt really like exhausted, fed up, and just disappointed with the way that this relationship has turned out so far. Four Cups is like you looking for a sign or an omen, like, am I meant to be with this person? Show me the signs. And a lot of the signs may be pointing to this person as being your twin. And I do see that this person is your twin. However, I feel this person is so closed off at this time that they're not emotionally available to offer you the love that you truly deserve and desire right now. Doesn't mean that never, okay, but you can't wait. And I always say, do not wait for your person, because they are going to navigate a set of circumstances, and these are inner fears because your person has the moon. This person's so closed off. They've got the Tower here, which means that, you know, they isolate themselves or they lock themselves down emotionally. The moon card can indicate, you know, there's a lot of fear there. And we've also got that Eight of Cups. It's like when they get in too deep, they're done. You know, if you think about a tower, the tower, I always explain it like it can become our prison, right? Our fears can become our prison. Our decisions can become our prison. We may decide that we want to get into something that we've longed for a long time, and when we finally get it, we realize actually that's not it. It's not what I want. So there's something here with this person where before they met you, they were in a relationship or had some sort of experience where they got like trapped or locked in it, and it hurt. That's what I'm picking up, because I mean, the moon card is an energy of like deep emotions coming to the surface, things that they've locked off for a long time. And that Eight of Cups is like they walked away from something, which I feel like they have regrets of walking away from you. They are aware that they walked away from you, and they're in their feelings about that right now. And I would say this person realizes that they needed to take a leap of faith in the union that they could not face or they could not take at that time. Now, of course, my beautiful Aquarians, it's not that they didn't want to choose you. I feel like their fears overcame their feelings of love. That's what I'm feeling from this person. And I feel like they know it as well. This person, we've got the bear there. You know, in the LENORMAND deck, the bear represents like very sort of strict bullying energy. This person, I feel like they've had a lot of like challenging experiences in life, and they felt that love would just be another challenge. So it doesn't mean that they didn't feel, because I feel like this person actually is very sensitive. You know, the people with the toughest exterior tend to be the softest or most sensitive emotionally. And I feel this person, they're projecting this like big bravado when actually they're a very sensitive person. But with that Four Cups, you can't do this anymore. You're done. I feel like you've given a lot of yourself, and it's just left you feeling either ignored or, you know, I mean, you're getting through this process, but it just feels like you're disenchanted with the whole twin flame dynamic. And with this Four Cups, it tells me that some of you are thinking, should you go for a new option? Should you, you know, put yourself out there and meet someone new? And for some of you, you're about to meet a soulmate. So I do feel that there is going to be a new person entering into your life. So if you're really like done with this, because I feel a lot of you with that Judgment card, you're kind of like sometimes moving between, should I stay? Should I go? I feel like you are transforming your life right now. And it's like you may be haunted by the experience of the twin flame dynamic and wonder if this person will be a part of the new life that you're building. But I feel like you're strong enough to move through this process, realizing that if they can't step up, then you're just moving on. That's what I'm picking up on with this. I mean, it says apathy, contemplation, and disconnection. So you're withdrawing. You know, I feel like you're shutting down some feelings, but it's really hard to turn love off, right? So you do have feelings for this person, but I do feel this sense of like, and I'm being given two words, inconsistency and anger, okay? These are the words I can see in the water right now, and inconsistency and anger. So I feel it's like everybody's an adult here, okay? This person knows the choices they're making, they are having an impact and a consequence in the union. So I feel like you are like fed up with this. Yes, there's been anger, but this is now turned to like numbness. I just feel like you're like over this and you're going, I need to refocus and prioritize my own needs. And this disconnection right now is actually helping you spiritually evolve. As you can see, the lotus flower on the top there is opening. It's like you are spiritually evolving because you're prioritizing your own needs. And I feel like you're showing up for yourself at this time. And this is encouraging your person to have this like rude awakening where they break down the walls and choose love. You know, I really feel like this person has to learn to choose love because they've tried to avoid it for so long. I'm actually being given a song right now. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I was just given a word before the song. I want to acknowledge this. I wish you could see what I can see, but I'm just seeing one word in the water just as the song came up. So I think it's connected. The word was pain. Okay, so this person may have had some sort of pain or has walked away from some sort of painful experience before they met you. But let me just connect to the song. One moment, please. Oh, the word pain is actually in the song. Okay, I know this pain. Why do you lock yourself up in these chains? No one can change your life except for you. Just open your heart and your mind. It is really, it isn't, sorry, I think it says, I think it says, because it got muffled there, I think it says, it isn't fair to feel this way inside. Now, this is a very famous song. I think it's from the 80s, okay? So it is really a blast from the past. It's by Wilson Phillips, and it's called Hold On. So this person is holding on to something, or was holding on to something when you first met each other. I'm even seeing the word hold in the water now. Gosh, I really wish you could see what I can see. Hold pain. Very hurt person. Again, no excuse. No excuse here. I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out. I'm here to understand so I can understand both sides and understand the outcome energy. I feel like your person is walking away from something painful that they've been holding on to for a long time that's kept them stuck. Your person is stuck, okay? And I feel like they are trying to break free from this. So listen out for that song. It's actually giving me chills. So there may be some sort of experience that this person has gone through that would give a person chills. And maybe they just didn't want you to get involved in that, or they didn't want to open up to that. I'm not really sure because they're very closed off. And that's unusual that I can't like get under the energy, but I will try in a moment. But we've got for you, judgment, reflection, reckoning, and awakening. So yeah, you're definitely going through an awakening, but also I feel like you are now focused on your priority purpose path, right? That's what I'm getting here, because this is a card of like making a final decision about something and focusing on your life's purpose and mission and kind of like letting go of something in order to embrace something else. So I feel a lot of you are stepping back from the twin flame dynamic right now and trying to open yourself up to love of a soulmate, because this relationship is just exhausting. It is depleting your energy. And I also get this energy that when you both met, perhaps you were both closed off to love, but I feel like you also kind of like transcended some of those fears that you had, but your person's just locked in fear. So I feel this kind of like putting the brakes on, pushing you away because you are getting in too deep, too quick. That's what I'm picking up from your person. But I feel like you've given this person ample opportunity to step up and step out, and it's been a cycle. This person's come in and out, and I feel like, you are really looking at the truth of the situation in order to change it. But so is your person, because, the tower is to shatter illusions. It is to kind of like break free in order to embrace higher frequencies. And their energy is like feeling right now that you're withdrawing, because the tower is like, how do they feel about you as well? They can sense and feel that you are like moving away from them. And I'm just given this energy right now from my guides. They can feel you going dark. Okay, so I feel like you're not vocalizing anything. I feel, of course, you've still got emotions for this person, but you're the catalyst because you do have the stork, which means you're suddenly changing the way that you approach this. You're withdrawing from this. You've gone off grid or under the radar because you can't do this anymore. So emotionally, it's from a very protective point of view or position. You're not playing a game here, but I feel like you are showing this person what it means to be absent in their life fully. You know, you're showing them a life without you in it. And this is actually making them fear things more, I feel. But let's go into the outcome energy in a moment. I mean, the tower is number 19, and that is the sun energy. So your changes and transformations are encouraging this person really to embrace an awakening. So I feel like they are having a rude awakening here with this tower energy. The tower is to break down. But it also feels that this person, you know, they've restricted themselves. And I feel deep down, it's like this person, and they may have said this to you in the past, it's like no one understands them or no one would understand what they've been through. And they've kind of like locked themselves off in that past narrative. And whilst I accept that this person has gone through something very challenging and very painful, actually, this person has to learn that this experience shaped who they are for a reason, but it must not hold any power or weight over their future happiness, because I feel it has. And that's really hard. When you've experienced something and it has been your reality, it is something that a person who's gone through some level of trauma kind of preempts. It may happen again, or, you know, for example, I'm going to pull a card on it. I have a feeling here that this person, someone important in their life left. Now, I can't tell whether it was them passing away or leaving physically, like the union. Maybe it was a parent or guardian or someone that they loved left. That's what I'm picking up on. This person has been hurt before. They have an abandonment issue. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. And we've got the moon energy there. The moon actually is a period of tapping into intuition. It is a spiritual awakening energy as well, but it's to delve deeper into some really dark emotions in order to see the light. And I feel, you know, it's almost like this person eclipsed their potential for love by holding on to something. So I need to pull a card and see what this is. A very complex person you're dealing with here. You probably know that already, my beautiful Aquarians, but let's dig a little bit deeper. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, now I'm not medically trained to talk about this, but I also feel like this person suffers from depression. Okay, that's something that's coming out there. And if you're a cross watcher, you know, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love. I do see that, you know, you will discover a person in a position of authority to help you, is what I'm seeing. So, yeah, I do feel that that's something for your future that is really positive. There is a brighter energy for you to look forward to. Now, we do have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can indicate this person, they're holding on to baggage, something that ended abruptly. Now, it doesn't have to be a high-level commitment, but I feel this person, they have to declutter some emotions that, whilst they shape them and are important, I'm not going to kind of like dismiss the experiences that this person has had. But if they continue to hold on to them, then of course it will stop them from really like living life in the moment and opening up to joy and love and all the wonderful experiences that they can have in life and with you, my beautiful Aquarians. And this Ten of Wands is like they've got a lot of stuff to go through first before they can really open up to this. I suspect that this person had, yeah, the World card, lessons in endings. This person has dealt with some challenging end. I mean, tens can be quite a very disruptive, kind of sudden ending of something. Okay, so either a person, because I'm just getting this energy of a person either walking away or like it was someone very important to them as well, or coming to the end of their life on this earthly plane. Okay, so again, I'm sending so much love out there if someone has been through that, because we've got the Ten of Wands and the World card. These are ending cards, one in the minor arcanas and one in the major arcanas. So this person has had a a very tough experience about the end of connection with people. So I would say this person, the abandonment issue is a wound, basically, from the very beginning, and they've been like stuck in a rut with this. So, you know, if it's a parent or guardian, for example, who has passed away at a young age, this person, they loved their parent or guardian, of course, and you know, they invested a lot of energy into all of that love and care and devotion and connection. And if it was abruptly taken by certain causes, for example, and they're like promising themselves that they're never going to get close to anybody ever again because love leaves or love is taken from them. You know, it's like everything goes wrong. So this person doesn't want to connect to you out of like almost like a protective measure, like they don't want it to go wrong or they don't want you to leave or be taken away from them. That's what I'm feeling from this person. So very sensitive person here, but I feel like they are learning a lot of lessons about loss and endings. So I'm sending a huge hug out there if anyone is dealing with that. The World card and the Ten of Wands also indicates that this person shut things down because of previous baggage. Okay, whenever you look at the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you know, a figure on the Ten of Wands is carrying a very large, clumsy bundle of wands, where it's like if they had kind of like processed things a little bit differently, they could have like dealt with something a little bit at a time, but they felt overwhelmed. They had to take it all at once. And, you know, they're heading to the home space. So I feel something connected to their home is also influencing this person, especially since you got the castle kind of energy with that tower. It feels like something from the very foundation of this person, of what it means to love, was shook. Okay, and I feel like they were in a period of rebuilding or not seeing how this experience has been holding them back or keeping them closed off. You know, anyone who's in a tower energy means that they're protecting themselves, but also they've got complacent in a cycle of repeat where, you know, they are repetitive in their cycle. They want love. I mean, at the crux of it all, this person desperately wants to be loved, you know, but if they are feeling void in their emotions or they feel fear that love can be taken away from them at a moment's notice, either by the world or by a person or a situation or a person leaving, you know, it's a protective measure that keeps them from experiencing that, but also it closes them off to the wonder and magic of life and love as well. So I feel this person does regret to some degree their actions, but I feel they're in a very deep processing period, learning lessons. You know, the Moon card is all about becoming aware of our shadows to give us time to metamorphosize into purging negativity and tapping into inner awareness for answers and then choosing the light, basically. So it says on that card, unconscious thinking, no clarity, and intuition. So yeah, I feel that this person, when you met this person, they were very lost. And I feel this person is actually kind of coming out of this now because we have that Eight of Cups. They're walking away from this. So I'm just going to pull a card on this because I want to see how it relates to you and the energy, what the lesson is here, because it's almost like they just wanted to be free. No attachments means no pain. If they're just responsible for their own feelings and their own life, then that means they're good. But if they feel they have to get connected to the messy business of love, for example, I feel like they disconnect. They're emotionally avoidant. It says walking away, disillusionment, leaving something behind. Okay, I'm just going to see what's on the back of that figure. I mean, it looks like an eagle. Okay, so this person could have chosen like ambition, you know, this person's so private. It's like, I can't dig in, but I just feel this person could have chosen ambition as a refocus, like putting all their energy into a career, for example, or into like something that they haven't discovered quite yet, though, was the sense of purpose in it. And that's one of the reasons why you and your person were separate. Six of Cups. Yeah, this person always felt like they could come back. So this is something that in strengthening, you know, healthier boundaries, you teach this person that they can't just come in at a moment's notice and expect to be back. But the Six of Cups, they have a lot of nostalgia. They think about you a lot. And I actually feel like they yearn to be in your arms sometimes. But there is this like thing that holds them back, because this person with that Tower energy, it's like they're so locked off. They try to like not dwell in that energy. But Six of Cups, I feel this person, I wanted to find out how they feel about you and how you're connected to this. You're the safe place and you're a gift that was offered to them. But there's something here. It's like I'm being given childhood memories. There's something here from this person's childhood. So whether it is parents or guardians divorcing, for example, and it was turbulent and they just got locked in a prison of like being in between two people, for example, or felt very isolated and lonely in the whole experience that their parents were going through. It can be that this person just feels like love tends to end up that way because that's their first foundation of what it means to love. But I feel it's more than that with this person. I feel this person has a gaping wound, an emotional void. And I feel it's due to some sort of loss or bereavement. That's what I'm picking up on with this person. So Six of Cups, you know, this person thinks about you a lot. And actually, I feel this person does want to reunite. Ooh, okay. That was really intense energy, as you could see. So I'm trying to figure out how this person feels about you underneath all this pain and sadness. Because sometimes people will choose a familiar narrative because that's the way they control how they live, right? Anything new, and I feel like you were the new energy, love, devotion, care, unconditional love, that presents something that is not familiar to this person. And they don't trust it. So let me just go a little bit deeper. We've got Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Lover's card, we've got the Two of Cups, and we've got the High Priestess. This person is scared to love. We've got Ace of Pentacles. So I feel because you've got the Six of Cups, this is to reunite. Ace of Pentacles, they want to start from scratch, but they want to offer a healthy foundation to plant that seed of love from. I feel this person is going to reach out to you, and I do feel this person's going to tell you that they bought you a gift that they've never given you. And it's a really small token of their affection, but it's the thought behind it. When they were out, they saw something that they thought you would really love. And I'm seeing a golden pyramid. I'm not sure if this is something they've given you in the past or something that they're going to give you in the future. I'm not sure if it's a pendant or it's like a talisman or something. I'm just seeing a golden pyramid. Okay. So, I mean, the golden pyramid, pyramids are energy exchange tower kind of things, right? So it can be that it's about the foundation, square foundation, and channeling all the energy. It's like perhaps this person, the golden pyramid, is symbolic of this person now finding a healthier foundation to channel their focus into a healthier, sustainable love. So it could be that, right? But if you think about pyramids, they're incredible structures, but they're also full of like winding tunnels and kind of secret chambers and things like that. So I feel this person's got something from their past, from their childhood, that is very complex, that they will express in time if they haven't already. And ultimately, we got the Lover's card and the Two of Cups. So you got the two cards of love. This is how this person feels about you. They see you as a high-level commitment. They see you as love. They see you as someone that they would love to devote their life to, but their fears overwhelm them, especially since we've got the High Priestess there. That's a very cautious energy. High Priestess can also be a period of spiritually evolving, tapping into the, you know, unconscious mind or into the subconscious as well, but also listening to their own feelings, going inwards, you know, almost like building a relationship with their heart. But the High Priestess is mute. So it can be there's something this person hasn't told you. I feel like it's a secret. It's something that is off limits, but it is something that this person will tell you in the future. So I would say that you're going to hear from your person, but I would tell you right now that you're not going to hear from them in the next 6 weeks. I got to be honest with you with the energy there. I'll always tell you what I see in the energy because they're in the Eight of Cups energy, which means they're in the rite of passage energy. They're in the transition period. They're changing direction in life. They may tell you that they're restarting something or rebuilding something, but I feel like they're not vocalizing anything. I mean, your outcome energy tells me that you will be reuniting, you will be together, you are going to get an opportunity to be face to face and have a heart to heart, right? This is the journey. So it's a tough journey that, you both can persist on and come together in. But I would say, it's not going to make much progress in the next 6 weeks. I feel the next 6 weeks is all about you and them focusing on yourselves, okay? Really learning to love yourself fully. I mean, also we've got number 15 there with the bear. This can indicate a detoxifying energy that, releasing oneself from something that has kept them stuck, which I feel that is your person. I mean, I'm not picking up on any like addiction energy, but there could be some sort of substance energy as well with your person, because I'm feeling a numbing. When you've got the moon energy, this is like a void energy. So it could be that this person has been numbing something or like avoiding something that has just kept them stuck. And I feel this person is going to move away from that energy and really face it so that they can release it, learn the lesson from it, and have a fresh new start. The World card is all about fulfillment. It is about, things coming to term and, the lesson being learnt. So I feel right now, this is like completing a cycle where you both learn a lesson. And it says here, harmony and completion. So I would say that the next 6 weeks are very important in terms of your relationship, where you both get to decide some things. I mean, a lot of you are stepping away from this. You're like done. So the World card can be like the end of the cycle. It's over. You learned the lessons, but you're choosing not to be with your twin. But some of you are going to be like, you know what? I still have love. I still have empathy with that Queen of Cups. So I feel the lesson here is to choose love, essentially, but also to choose to love yourself first. That's for both of you, okay? Because only then can you offer love to another person. So as you can see, we've got the window there, which is all about reflection, and it is about love reflecting back to you. And if this person cannot love themselves, there's a lot of self-loathing going on with your person for sure, okay? And if that is the very foundation of their self, that means that they cannot offer you a healthy, sustainable love, because they're avoiding their own needs. They're avoiding loving themselves. They're always on the run, this person, is what I'm feeling. But there will be a time where this person finally learns a lesson. And the next 6 weeks is actually paramount for this person to choose to open up to love. There's something connected to the matriarchal type figure in this person's life. I mean, it doesn't have to be a parent or guardian. It can be a friend. It could be a friend that they loved as a friend when they were younger, and that person could have had, an unfortunate experience, and it has marked this person in pain, where they realize when they build connections, they were so traumatized by a connection that they built with somebody. I'm feeling that in their energy. So it could be a parent, guardian, friend, ex, but I feel it's actually before like dating. I feel it's childhood energy, and it just feels like something happened there where they realize that essentially, no matter what connections they build in life, they're on their own. So they kind of like surrender to being on their own. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. But let me just see a little bit beyond this. Can you show me beyond the 6 weeks? Can you show me a little bit more? 9 of Pentacles. So 9 of Pentacles is a solitary energy. It is about learning to love oneself first. It is about enjoying the solitude, enjoying the single energy. Just to let you know, I'm only picking the uprights in the deck as well there. And we've got a 2 of Cups. So both of you must be separate first in order to make healthy choices for yourself, to have your glow up, to learn about reciprocity. Because I feel you, my beautiful Aquarians, there's an overgiving energy about you that I mentioned at the beginning. Do not lose yourself in another or lose yourself in the experience. With that 2 of Cups energy, you and your person can come together. There's a lot of love here that actually binds you both together. So I feel, once both of you conclude certain emotions or feelings that can open you up to the process of reuniting with each other, I definitely see it's there. But I would say do not wait for it. The universe will orchestrate a meeting between you both when the moment is right. But there is love. This person does feel the same way about you, but I feel this person, they haven't even learned to love themselves first fully. So I feel that, they are going through a process that will lead them to rediscover a part of them that feels like they're missing, or to reconnect to a part of themselves where they can open up fully to love. But it will be a process. And it will be a slow process. I want you to be aware of that, okay? So I'm just going to go and get some final cards before I close this reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to know at this time? Can you please show them the way? Remember, this reading is for the next 6 weeks. Okay. And one more. Okay. So, let me just see what's happening here. I have issues and I don't deserve your love. So this person, there is something going on below the surface that's very locked off and private to them. The Tower is a private card. And I feel this person, there is a self-loathing here where they feel like they do not deserve all that love, care, devotion that you've offered, because they're dealing with something. There's an inner battle there. And again, that's not an excuse. Humans are very complex, but their choices, they must own them and take responsibility and accountability for them. And I feel this person's not about that at this time. I got to be honest with you. That's what I see. I feel this person very insular at this time. They're not thinking outside of themselves. They're more thinking inside of themselves. We still have to work on ourselves, okay? I feel this person is actually really connected to that energy. I feel like they are working on themselves. It is a process. We've both changed, and I'm not sure about the future. Yeah, I feel there's something here about this person where they're lost. They're not sure about their future, and that's not just connected to the twin flame dynamic. I feel that's like across the board. I need time for healing and learning, and I do feel this person does need time. It's not going to be in the next 6 weeks, as I said earlier. I'm leaving a karmic connection behind. Interesting. So the Ten of Wands and the World card, as I said, this person had something end or was learning about endings. So they could have had a karmic before you. They were closed off to love. I'm not seeing any person in their energy right now. I'm seeing a singular person dealing with something. But if you know that they had like a previous relationship or they had a karmic experience, because I feel like this person felt like they were trapped in something. I did mention that at the beginning, and that's coming up as a resurface energy right now. So it could be that. I mean, there was some very damaging emotions that went on in that karmic experience if this is connected to your person's energy, which I feel it is. It wouldn't have come out otherwise. But they could be leaving the ghost of that experience behind. This person's not looking back to a previous love, not at all. But I feel this person is discovering emotions within themselves that are leading them back to their twin, which is you. So that's how I'm feeling this energy right now. I have so much guilt for the way I treated you. This is something that they will discuss with you in the future. Remember, they're going to talk to you about a gift that they have bought for you. You're not going to hear from this person, I feel, in the next 6 weeks. But after that, I feel there will be an energy of you coming together with this person, and they will talk about a gift that they purchased for you. They've actually bought it. You know, it's not something they were thinking about. It could be on their travels, because I feel like this person's done a lot of traveling. They may tell you that they were going on a spiritual retreat or that they have one booked. And it's like a small token to let you know that they were thinking about you, or they thought, oh, you'd love that. And they're like, But they bought it just in case that they would see you again, because deep down in their heart and their soul, they know that they will be in contact with you again in some way, even if it is to get closure, because the World card can indicate right now on your mind is closure. And I feel on their mind is opening up to love. And we've got, I have feelings for you, but my fears are getting in the way. And they've got the Moon card, which is all about the fears. So this person, it's going to be a long process. There's a lot of work to be done here. They're dealing with a lot, and you're dealing with a lot. So I feel both of you being separate at this time to focus on prioritizing your own needs. It may not be the message you want to hear, my beautiful Aquarius, but I got to give it to you how it comes out. I got to give you the truth of what comes out in the energy and the cards that pop out. And as I feel with this, don't wait for your twin. The universe will orchestrate a meeting between you both when the moment is right. But also, when something is not now, it doesn't mean not never. So I want you to be aware of that as well. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, so we've got one trinket there, and it is the butterfly, the transformation. So this separation period is there to transform you both, so you can set yourselves free from something, a lesson, or a typical cycle of repeat, in order to like come together. I would say this person right now, little bit unpredictable energy, but they are going through a process where they can set themselves free. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Before I go, I just heard once bitten, twice shy. So again, this connects to pain or someone being hurt, but this could be on either side. I just heard that sentence from one of my guides. So please apply it to your situation. It could be on both sides for different reasons, but I'll leave it like that. If something does resonate in this reading for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aquarians, and love and light.